Hello, wonderful people. This is Gitte Winter from Denmark. It's been a while since I have been live on my international page. I have been busy with publishing a new book in Denmark. And I've also been busy getting a translation ready for you on the Valley of Hearts. I'm still sitting here with the Danish version to show to you, as the English is not yet out in paperback, but it is out in PDF. So I thought I would begin by telling you a little bit about The Valley of Hearts, my latest book out in English. So many of you have known In My Heart and have read through the 4 meditations in the children's meditations in my heart. And as I've heard from many of you, you really enjoy meditating with your children. So after I wrote that book, I found out that it makes children sleep faster and better and with much more ease. And I've heard from many of you that that goes for your children as well. So many of the children who have had trouble sleeping and it has maybe taken them 3-4 hours to fall asleep, they now fall asleep easily with the children's meditations in my heart, which you can see just behind me. After I wrote that book and started studying how meditation actually affects our sleep, not only for children, but also as adults, it made me curious to find out more about why children can't sleep, what is keeping them awake. And what I heard and found out was that many of them are struggling with racing thoughts at bedtimes. They have so many thoughts that are keeping them awake. They are trying to deal with all the emotions they have felt throughout the day, all the impressions. And as everything is so fast today, they're just bombarded with impressions. So there is a lot to consume when they finally lay down and find their peace. And try to find their peace, the mind just starts going through everything they have been through the whole day. And of course that's different from child to child, how the stimuli and how all the impressions are affecting each child. And they show overstimulation and stress in so many different ways. So I wanted to write this book to them, The Valley of Hearts. And as you can see, it's a pretty thick, long book in Danish, and I have decided to publish it in English in 5 booklets. So you get 1 booklet at a time, and the first 2 meditations are ready for you. They are already uploaded as a PDF on roomforreflection.com, and very soon it will be available as paperbacks, and then they will keep on coming throughout the next year, because I want you to actually dwell on each section with your child. And everything is so fast today. Everything is just moving so fast, and we move from one channel to another. And I really like slow. So the faster society spins, the more I really like slow. So this is slow publishing for you guys. Slow publishing of heart meditations for children. And I just felt this was the right way to do it. So when you read through the first booklet, there will be a pause for you to dwell and for you to actually just go a little deeper into the first booklet. And then the second booklet will come out, and so forth with all 5 booklets. Hopefully they will all be out next year. So what is The Valley of Hearts? You see the Danish edition here with all booklets in one. That's why it's so thick. Maybe it will come one day as 1 book as well in English, but for now I'm doing the booklet version of it as a series. In this valley, I used to say when my children when I take my children to the Valley of Hearts, I say that that it is inside of them. And what I'm working on with many of the children I work with is to present them with ideas to work with all the resources we have inside. So we're so used to getting fed from the outside, and everybody around us is so busy telling us how we should be, how we ought to be, how perfectness looks, what is ideals, what are we supposed to look like if we were perfect. I don't think it's healthy. I think it's much more healthy to get to know yourself and to get to know all the resources we have inside. So stress in a child's life as well as an adult's life comes when the sum of challenges in your life exceeds the sum of resources in your life. So we can, when a child is having a stressful life, or even an adult, we will try to bring down the challenges in the life of the child or the adult. But we must also look at the resources. If we keep our level of resources high all the time, if we maintain a high level of resources, we have much more power and energy to face the challenges that will always come. So prevention of stress is working with resources, and we have so many resources inside. And I've been lucky to grow up with knowing the resources of love, and that's what I gave you in the first meditations book. What is it? What does it mean to grow up with a strong sense of love for yourself and for the people around you and for the planet, and just having this strong channel of love all the time. Now, the next book here is all about nature. So we have somehow forgotten that we too are nature, and we don't go into nature very often. And when we do, we feel like visitors. It's no longer a natural way for us to connect with nature as if we are part of it. We go to the forest and we go back home, and this is where we belong, in our homes. But actually, we do belong in the forest, we do belong on the mountain, we do belong in the sea, we do belong on the beach, but we don't feel so. And I am sad about that. And I want, especially children who are much more connected when they come here, they are much more connected to nature. They have this sense inside of them that they too are nature, and they know they have a better relationship with nature. They play differently in nature. They investigate, they're curious, they explore nature in a different way than we do as adults. And as they are still so young, we can reach them on a different level than we can with adults. So we see nature therapy growing everywhere. We see nature being prescribed by doctors. Go into nature if you feel stressed out. And I just want to offer an opportunity to teach our children that we are nature, and that all we see in nature is inside of us. So we have the elements that we see around us inside us as well. So we have water, our body is full of water. We have fire, we know our passion. We have air, we have our creativity, our innovative skills. We have the sense of finding new ideas and throwing things into the air. And we are here on the planet right now. We live on Mother Earth. So we are also earthlings. So we also have the element of earth inside of us. And I have studied this for quite some time, both on my own life with my children and also with my adult clients. And if one of the elements is missing in our life, we tend to have less resources. If all the elements are present, we have more resources. And if we connect with the four different elements daily, we have a better way of thriving. We have a better way of feeling connected to nature around us and inside of us. And many good things come out of living with the elements. So in this first booklet, I teach you how to actually arrive into the valley with your child by using the breath. And by relaxing and leading the way into the valley. And I also present the valley to you and your child. And in the next meditation, in the first booklet, you get to meet this little guy. His name is Eagle Feather, and he is your guide into the valley. So he will teach you and your child about the elements and how to use them to cleanse and to rinse and to heal throughout after a long day. So after you have arrived in the valley and you've met Eagle Feather, the next booklets will be about the 4 different elements. So if you are curious, the first booklet is already ready on roomforreflection.com. You can download it and you can lead your child into the valley. And it has been full of Danish children for a little over a year, almost a year and a half. It came out in August last year, and and I have asked the Danish children to be open and bid your children, all our international friends, welcome into the valley. And I know my own daughters have prepared the valley and have put up welcome signs for all our new international friends who can now finally join us in the valley. And then the last thing I just wanted to touch upon, for you guys who already know my first book in English, The Children's Meditations in My Heart, it is integrated in the valley. So the reason why it's called the Valley of Hearts is because I met so many children who came to me and said, Gitte, I have a love mountain. Look, I made a drawing of my love mountain to you. And then as I've been touring also in the UK, and I've been lucky to talk about this internationally, I've also gotten to know many international children who also know about the children's or their love mountains. And all of a sudden it occurred to me that now that we have so many love mountains, there must be a range of mountains, a range of love mountains. And I saw that across the globe because I have readers in 20 countries from all over the world. I saw those love mountains on the planet. And I was thinking, how would it be to live just beneath the love mountains in a valley? And that would be just the best place to live. And what would be flourishing when so much love is present from children from all over the world? And that was when I thought about the Valley of Hearts. So go check it out on roomforreflection.com, and I can't wait to hear from you. I see a lot of people buying the PDF already, and I'm curious to hear from you. So check in with me and let me know what you think about the Valley of Hearts. Much love from Denmark. Bye.